Welcome back. We are part two or season two, whatever you want to call it, for In the Hot Seat. Thank you guys for hanging in there as I try to figure out what the heck I wanted to do with this little platform. But I met so many amazing entrepreneurs and business owners since doing it last year. I think we started October, September, somewhere around there. But it's been amazing. But since then, we of course kind of shaped up, cleaned up a bit. So it's going to be even better and more, yeah. It's just even better. So I'm excited to get started to talk to our guest. So I'm going to go ahead and quit rambling because I'm good for doing that. And I'm going to bring up our guest. So without further ado, the fake drum roll. Hello,
everybody.
I'm excited to have you on.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate you having me on.
You're welcome. Of course. I was like, we're supposed to reconnect. I realized I was going through my stuff. I was like, so connect months ago. Here now. So I'm going to go ahead and let you tell us who you are and what you do, and then we'll take it from there.
Okay, well, my name is Coach P. Angela Jones. I'm a passion coach, which simply means that I help people discover, reconnect, or reimagine their passion in any area of their life. My specialty is with moms and with married people. My husband and I have been marriage coaches for 4 years with our business that is entitled The Morning Dew. 4 years ago, God gave my husband a dream and told him to start this marriage ministry called The Morning Dew. And just from there and just the obedience step that we took with that, it just kind of spiraled into more and more and more. And now we're on iHeartRadio with our show that's also entitled The Morning Dew. And every Tuesday at 8 a.m., we encourage people who are in marriages or who are walking really closely toward marriage, like you're really serious, or if just people who have a heart for marriage, like, listen, one day I want to be married and I need some tools for my toolbox. So pretty much anything that deals with marriage and relationships and being a wife, that's my lane.
Okay, listen, I felt like your interview was aligned to be this week because that's exactly what we were talking about, inside the Facebook group and just in general. We were just talking about relationships. So I know you kind of briefly touched on, but how did y'all coach and help married?
Well, I guess we started off really just answering the call to helping other people. But I have to be honest that my husband and I were ministers first. Yeah. And so we were in ministry, but we were not in marriage ministry. We were youth ministers. And that's where we met, was at church. So I was a pastor, a youth pastor, for a long time at a church called Life Changes Church in Douglasville, Georgia. And then my husband came into the ministry as a volunteer. And so that we were picking up new members that were, transitioning into the church and asking them where they wanted to serve. Well, he got placed in my ministry, and that's how we met each other. So I said that to say that we've always kind of had a service heart and a service ministry. So shifting from serving children and serving young people to serving couples, it was still in the area of service, but I really get a joy out of helping couples. Number one, because I am in a relationship. And then number two, I think that people in relationships get overlooked a lot of times. And I was a single mom for a long time. I was a single mom for 8 years before I got married. And so I have a huge heart for single moms still, because that was the journey of my life, being a single mom. Yeah. But I think that married moms get kind of overlooked, oh, you're married, you got it together, girl, you're good. And I'm over here no, help, please, me, someone help me. And so that part. And so my heart for married moms is intense, because I think that sometimes we get some type of superhero cape that we don't always need or want or desire. We're just regular women who are moms who need help too. So
Listen, I love that you mentioned that because I'll say, like, my husband and I, we're heading on 10 years of marriage this year. Few years, the first few years were so rough because I was like, I felt like there were so many transitions. Like, I would tell people I got married young. Like, we got married at 19. Like, and then he was in the army. So I was like, that was like a whole nother heap of issues going on. But
layer. Yeah.
we needed, yeah, we needed that. Like, starting out, like, we're good now. But listen, so do you have like a particular like range of like married couples you normally help, or like are mainly, what's the word I'm looking for?
We
Your
literally
main
help
audience, or I can't think of the word right now.
We literally help anybody that wants to be helped. Like we've seen ourselves with young marriages. We've seen like one of the clients that we have right now, they're like 8 years older than us. And it's like, they don't care because at the end of the day, it's about principles. It's about solutions. It's about, you know, that type of thing. And it's like putting the tools together and building the house. So everything in relationships I compare to building a house and building a really good one and a strong one with a firm foundation. And so it doesn't matter if you are 18 or 45, you need a hammer and you need to figure out how to nail that thing into the wall and make it solid and strong. And so we don't have a preference on people as long as you're married or you're serious about being married.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm interested, like, without going, I think for some reason, so I'm trying to wait. So if y'all see me being awkward and waiting in between, that's what's happening.
That's okay.
But
go ahead. No, go ahead.
I know. Okay, I wanted to ask, like, without going in too much, like, giving away too much, could you give us kind of like a walkthrough of what to kind of expect when we start? Like, we went to go seek out your services. Like, what can we kind of expect, or like, how should we approach like needing help? I know it's kind of like a touchy topic. It's in my marriage. I should know how to do this. So, like, what's the right way? Well, not right, but how should people go about it? And what can they expect?
Okay, well, first of all, our initial sessions are called vibe sessions. And so that should give you a little hint. Like, we're like really vibey people. Like, hey, how you feeling? We want to make sure that we're a good fit. We want to make sure that you look good and you feel good when you're around us. And so we offer a free vibe session for anybody that just wants to know what we do and how we do it and see if we're a good fit. But we're really hype people. My husband is a rapper. And so with my husband being in the music industry, in the inspirational music industry, he's very lively, he's very colorful, and we're just kind of like how we are all the time. We want people to feel comfortable about talking about the uncomfortable, because we realize talking about sex and marriage and problems and issues and fights is already kind of weird. So we try to make things fun. We make things very, like game themed, like, let's play a game here. Like, let's see, men versus women, and my husband will get on side with your husband and I'll be on your side, and we'll be like doing some trivia and just kind of like breaking the ice type thing. But you guys don't realize this is all like helping your marriage. And so that's kind of what to expect from the Joneses. Like, we're fun, we're exciting, we know how to talk about the tough issues in a fun way.
I like that. And that's, oh my gosh, that's so neat. Like, that's so neat. I was just like thinking, I was like, that's literally been like the topic for like this year. Like, I wanted to take with like Mom Moguls as a whole. So I was like, it's good because I might need you down the line for something else, another project. But I like, I love it. But I forgot my other question was, but So I like, what kind of projects do you have coming up next, or like what can we expect from the Joneses coming up like soon or in the quarter or whatever?
Well, we have a ton of stuff going on right now. It's bananas. We have a ton of stuff going on. So I just wrote a book called I Am a Woman Empowered, and it's an anthology. Thank you. It's an anthology that I wrote with 26 other women, and we're all talking about what it's like to overcome trials and tribulations as a woman. So you can go to IamAWomanEmpowered.com and get the book. The book has so much with it. And it's just, if you started your year and you're like, just, I am more than a mom, I am a woman, and I want to get my woman life together, that book is for you. It's IamAWomanEmpowered.com. Down, look for my face, and then click there and you can buy the book. So we have that going on. And we have iHeartRadio every single Tuesday morning. You guys can go to my page on Facebook. We're on Facebook right now. Are we streaming to Facebook?
Yeah, we're on Facebook. Okay. I'm just typing out the comments.
Oh, no, you're good. So you can look up my name, Angela Jones, on Facebook and get the link there. And every Tuesday morning at 8 a.m., we broadcast live. We talk about relationships. We talk about the tough conversations. So if you want a taste of what coaching with us would be like, listen to the radio show. So that's a good thing right there. And then something really special that we do is that we host date nights. So that's kind of like our baby. That's what we love to do, because the one thing that research shows that can keep the flame going in a very worn out wife or worn out mom's life is love and passion and getting all cute, putting some lipstick on and, doing something. Even if it's a virtual date, like in your house and you put the kids to bed early and you got some candles and some music and, a good Amazon Prime movie lined up, whatever you have going on. So anyway, we created these date nights that are very really intimate, COVID free, that we have all over the country. And so we had one this Thanksgiving, 2 weeks before Thanksgiving in Atlanta. And our next one is going to be in either North or South Carolina, which you're based in South Carolina. I thought it was so dope because 8 out of the 10 couples that attended our last date night were from the Carolinas, and they drove from the Carolinas to Atlanta. And so we're like, we have a base in the Carolinas. We need to head down there. So we're planning in April, which is just a little hop, skip, and jump, to do a date night here in North or South Carolina. But it's going to be centrally located. So yeah, we're super excited about it. So stay tuned for that too.
Yes, please share that. Because
I will. Oh, and one last thing. So every Tuesday night, I host with my good friend Angela Lewis a video podcast called Wife Talk Tuesday, and it's where wives or women who are serious about wanting to be wives can get on, and we talk about all things marriage without the guys. And it's just a safe space where women can come in, share how they feel, share what they're thinking, share what their day was like. I mean, really basic, bare minimum, simple stuff. I'm tired of wifing today. I want to talk about it. And it's a really good thing. And we're coming up on a year that we've been doing it now. And we've seen marriages literally transformed through the wife. Sometimes your husband's not always going to be on board. And so you're kind of like, hey, I'm over here. I want change. What do I do? And so Wife Talk Tuesday is a place for wives just to come and where they can start the change within themselves.
I love that. And you said it's at what time on Tuesday?
It's at 9:00 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Eastern every Tuesday on Facebook. And it's you can go on my page again and you'll see it there. Yeah.
Okay. I'll make sure to share that. So, I know that's going to be helpful.
Yes.
All
so
right.
can you give me 20 seconds? Because I feel like when someone's knocking on my door, I know it's my kid. I know who it is. I'll be right back.
Listen, you're good. All right, well, while we sit here and wait, like, I hope you guys have been tuning in. If you're catching the replay, make sure you check that out, because this year we are not going to be hiding underneath any rocks. We're not going to be suffering in silence. Like, we're not doing any of that stuff. So make sure to hit her up, look through mom Bubbles events and everything. And yeah, it's going to be a time, y'all, here.
So
I'll just let them know, like, make sure they seek you out. Like, we're not doing all that suffering in silence and stuff this year. Like, the resources are right here.
Wait. We're not, no, but we're so good for that.
We're gonna do it.
We're so good for taking it all on ourselves, taking it in, and wearing it on our shoulders or in our belly or in our back or on our feet or on our face. Right. We'll even get to the point where, let's just get real. We'll start to lose hair or emotionally eat because we're holding so much on the inside. Not this year. We have a brand new year, a brand new opportunity to force things to go the way we want them to do. So this is my whole mantra this year. I'm not finding time for self-care. I'm forcing time for self-care. It is like imperative that I'm okay. I'm not going to find, oh God, I hope I find time to, no, not this year. No, I've been passive aggressive about self-care for way too long. No, ma'am. I'm going to be assertive about it. No, I'm with you. Like, it's just crazy how we just put ourselves on the back burner and then make it seem like that makes us a better mom. And it doesn't, because we're drained out. We're a drained mom. We're a frustrated mom. Right. We're a mom that looking, and I'm just like, no, I want to be a healthy mom. I want to be a strong mom. I want to be a mom that when my kids grow up, they're like, okay, either I want a wife like that for my sons, or my daughters are like, I remember when my mom started putting herself first. That's the type of woman I want to be. So that starts with me.
Listen, it does. Yeah. Like, I feel like I could just stand up and clap. I was like, because I was therapy and everything just to kind of even out, because listen. Listen, that's another story. That's for another table thing outside in the hot seat. But it was
right.
This, yeah. I'm gonna leave right there. I was a hot mess, but I'm getting better. I'm still a hot mess, but I'm getting better. So I'm working on it actively.
How about that?
That's what
How about that? I think that, it's time for women to admit that we're hot messes at times. And that makes us more authentic and more real. I spent a lot of time, especially because I was in ministry and in the church, not showing my true colors and not showing my scars and not showing my weaknesses, because I was thinking that I was being better represented for the people that I was serving. But in reality, it was a disservice, because people who you serve need to see you when you're weak, so you can show them by example how to be strong. You can show them by example how to overcome. And I learned that the hard way. But I learned it. And so I just want to pay it forward.
We appreciate you. Listen, I tell everybody, if y'all are listening to the replay, live, whatever it is, make sure y'all connect with her. She is a strong connection to have. So without further ado, can you tell us anything, any platform that you're on, websites that we need to know about? Let us know down so we can find you.
Okay, yes. First of all, my name is P. Angela Jones, and you can find me anywhere where motivation is heard. Anywhere. I'm on YouTube, Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, TuneIn app, anywhere. So our show is is on iHeartRadio, but you can go to my page on at P. Angela Jones on Facebook and find all of my links. Also, I'm on Instagram. I do respond to positive and healthy DMs, nothing crazy. And my name is Queen of the Jones, right? Because you can get crazy. Queen of the Jones. My Snapchat, and I will post snaps of my kids and myself. My Snapchat is also Queen of the Jones. So my Snapchat, my IG, and my Twitter are Queen of the Jones because I am the queen of my castle. My husband is the king, but I was like, you know what? I love you being the king of the castle, honey, but I need some, stick the ground on that. So I'm gonna be Queen of the Jones. So that's where that came from. So, but also, please go to my website, www.themorningdew.org, and dew is D like Daryl, O like Oscar, the Morning Dew. And just really quick about the Morning Dew, our slogan is great marriages are made in the morning. And so my husband and I really believe that if you want to have a great marriage, it starts when you wake up and you say I do all over again. And that's what the Morning Dew means. Every morning we say I do through our actions, through our spirit, through our how we love each other, how we operate, how we submit to one another. All of that every day is a conscious choice that we make to say I do. And we just believe that healthy marriages are marriages that say I do every day. Like every day I wake up and yep, I still choose you. I don't care what it looks like. I don't care how it feels. I still do today. And so if you go to themorningdew.org, you'll be able to connect with us fast. So there's like a little bubble, like do you want to comment here? Or it comes right to our phones. And like, if you want it, like, if you feel like you're in a situation where you're like, you know what, I'm going to hurt him. Somebody better come and help me now. Or, I really just don't feel like being a wife anymore, or I don't feel like being a wife today, and I want to talk about it. Themorningdew.org is the place that you should go, and you can reach us the fastest.
Okay. Like we said, if you felt like this is you, make sure to check out the website and talk, because Lord knows I did that last year. But
yes, but see, that's
good. Now.
Right. That's the thing about marriage. Like, if it's not one thing last year, it'll be something in 2 months, and it's okay because it's just the nature of marriage. I don't think enough of us know that marriage is not just a life full of ups. It's a life full of ups and downs and in betweens. My husband and I took a class a few years back about marriage, and it's kind of how we got into becoming life coaches. We're also life coaches, but we got into it because we took this class, and they told us, or they asked us to draw a picture of what marriage looks like. And so a lot of people drew marriages as two people holding hand walking on the beach. And I was like, that must be nice. That's not my marriage. And they're like, well, who wants to stand up and show their picture? I'm like, I will. And so my picture was two people not holding hands with backpacks on, hiking a mountain. And I'm like, that to me is marriage. Like, we're accomplishing a great task. The view is beautiful, but we're sweating, and it's kind of tough, but it's fulfilling and peaceful at the same time.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of how I look at marriage. Like, I don't get super excited about the highs, and I don't get super depressed about the lows, because it's the highs and the lows of doing it together with someone that you love and that loves you unconditionally. Is that what makes marriage what it is?
Right.
So,
like, I feel like I should clap. I was like, that was just said beautifully. Like,
no, it's okay. Listen, I'm just excited to be connected to you, and we didn't know who each other was in the other group that we're a part of, and now, like, I'm looking at your face, I'm like, oh my God, I feel like I should have been and did this. Like, seriously.
I swear to God, like, I was coming on the status as you, and I was just like, wait a minute, we've been in this group, and I was supposed to been talk to you like months ago, but listen, like I tell everybody, I was crazy last year. Like, we're not gonna talk too much about that, but this year I'm better in a better mind frame. So We're gonna move forward with that.
Yes, no, that's so true. I'm in a better place now than I was last year. 2020 was for a lot of people was about surviving, and I mean, not that everything is just going to go away now that it's 2021. But I do feel like, if you made it over the edge of 2020, you have kind of like a badge of honor. Like I survived 2020. Like you can tell your grandkids, like, listen, your Nana survived one of the worst years in history. Like, so there's something to be said that about the fact that we're here talking to each other.
Exactly. Well, I feel like I can just keep this conversation going, but I know how people are, and I know how I get when I watch live videos. After like a certain mark, a wrap up. But thank you guys for tuning in, and Angela, thank you for coming on and just sharing what you do and all that stuff. Like we need that like more in the community. Like,
yes. So then I look forward to hearing from everybody. Like DM me on Instagram, hit me up on Facebook, like ask me questions. Like I'm here for all of it.
All right, you guys, y'all got heard. Like I'm gonna go ahead and end. Lord, y'all know I still can't talk to y'all this year, but I'm about to stop. Y'all, Wednesday. My camera's like weird. Like I try to look at the camera and it's like it shows my face going the other way. I'm sorry, y'all.
It's okay. My camera does the same
y'all
thing.
Y'all have a good Wednesday. I'm gonna stop being crazy on live. I know. It's like I feel like I'm just crazy. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good Wednesday, and I will be back next week. I think next Monday for In the Hot Seat. So see y'all then.
See ya.